2, 3. Stay focused. Okay, it's time for workout number 1.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you
Salomатlarman hurmatli ko'ruvchilar. Biz sizlarga Ravanda taekwondo uyushmasiga qatnashishga chaqiramiz.
¡Ay, Miguel!
She a bad mamacita, makes a kill 'em.
Okay, it's time for workout number 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What's up, fight fans? It's that time. It's that week. It is undisputed. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Are you guys excited? You know what, man? I like the fight. You know, I am in the States. It looks like people are getting hyped. Let's get to the chat. Salute Ghost. Yes, Frank. Salute Eric Gomez. Bond Squad. Yes, Eric Gomez. Fury. Okay, it's already started. Usyk. Ghost. That's fucked up. It's a troll channel. It's all good, man. I'ma own it. You know, I like to keep it boxing. I like to keep it light. You know, we just talk our shit, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk some shit, talk some boxing, and talking with you fuckers. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Wanted to come in, do a preview, do a prediction. Now, this fight was supposed to happen in February. And as we know, it got canceled due to a Tyson Fury cut. Some people say it was fake. Some people, you know, yes, Mexican boxing is number 1. This time it's 2 white boys. You know, we got Alexander Usyk from the it slips my mind, from the Ukraine, right? They're very prideful people. Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk. Where is Crip in the cupboard? I don't know, man. He's always lurking. He drops by. Sup, Alfredo? Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. It is blowing up, man. People are getting excited. This is the first undisputed championship bout in, I believe, 21 or 25 years. And it's 2 white boys, you know, and non-Americans. So here in the States, I mean, it's not going to get as much hype as it normally would, which sucks. But it's a massive fight. They're doing it in Saudi Arabia. Okay, Gloctavius, Mexican boxing is number 5. I think it's number 1, man. That's why you're here. I think you know the truth. I think you know what time it is. I'm not here to argue that, you know, to each his own, to however you guys want to have your rankings. You know, everybody, it's a worldwide sport now. You know, you got guys from everywhere. Salute Ripper. So guys, like, comment, subscribe. You know, let's keep this boxing shit going. I'm going to invite, you know, whoever wants to hop on. If you're excited, if you're not excited, if you give a fuck, if you don't give a fuck, you know, I'm assuming most of my chat, most of my listeners, followers, watchers are from the States, you know, according to the YouTube algorithm. So how do we feel about this? You know, are Americans excited for this? And then also is in Saudi Arabia. Now, I think these guys are, I want to say, if somebody confirm Alexander Usyk is getting anywhere from 80 million up to 100. I know Tyson Fury as well. I'm a Crip. You guys are hilarious. Now, Tyson Fury demanded. Salute Earl Stevens. Yes. We are talking about the 2 white whales in the ring this Saturday. It'll actually be in the afternoon because it is in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, that's the thing, man. Is it getting buzz here in the States? Are Americans, you know, excited for this? Is this, they were excited last year for Crawford and Earl sprints, because it's two FBAs, African Americans. And then we had Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, which was a big fight, was getting a lot of buzz. And there's a lot of news. A lot of things are in the works. They're announcing a lot of things during this fight. Canelo out, Turkey Ali, who is putting together this card, has said last night or this morning that he wants Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Now, as you know, the other news is that Canelo is going to be stripped of his IBF title if he doesn't fight a man known as William Skull, who is a Cuban non-known. Earl Stevens not getting buzz. Americans only care about FBAs. Well, I'm seeing a lot of shows on it. I'm seeing, servers, shows, social media. It is. But as far as like being on ESPN, being on mainstream American news, it's not. I think there is a very definite bias. I heard you was backing Haney when he was going to fight Garcia. Come on, man. You already know. That's a lie. That's a lie. Crips only excited about fights that involve Crips. Yeah, you know what, man? The best rivalry as far as we're concerned on this side of the world is Mexican versus African Americans, right? Or two Mexicans. So Sam Avalos, Ripper, go back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Damn, beef already, huh? Hey, let's get it cracking, man. It's free smoke. Hit the link, hit the like, comment, subscribe. What I'm seeing? I'm seeing a lot of Fury fans, a lot of Usyk fans. Me, myself, I gotta be honest that I'm not a Tyson Fury fan. I'm not an Alexander Usyk fan. I'm not an AJ fan. What I did like was when Tyson Fury beat Kang Wilder. I mean, that was an epic matchup, right? Now, as far as Usyk and AJ go, was I really excited? It was halfway across the world. It was on on the morning. Now, as a boxing fan, yes, but as far as like the excitement level, I can't say I'm sitting here just can't wait. To be honest, it doesn't have the level of excitement as a Canelo fight. Like Canelo Munguia got a lot of press, got a lot of news over here. You know what I'm saying? But it's a major fight, man. People are excited for this. It's on pay-per-view. I believe it is like $60. Now, let me ask the chat. Let me ask the people listening, is anybody going to be buying this fight? It is a hell of a card. I believe on the undercard is Frank Sanchez versus another heavyweight, Kabila, Bradis Prescott versus Opataya. Now, those are good fights. But, as far as the buzz, okay, Alfredo said, yes, he's buying the fight. Salute, man. I think it starts at 9 in the morning, on a Saturday. Now, I know Saturday for Americans, people are doing things, maybe sleeping. Earl Stevens said, no, I ain't buying it. You know what, man? As a boxing fan, I feel compelled to buy it so that I can talk about it. I only buy Mexican fights. Okay. Ripper, I'm not buying. Well, where's the buzz, man? Where's the buzz? That's crazy. This is undisputed heavyweight. But I think people are not excited because, Tyson Fury plays a lot of games. Alexander Usyk is like a cruiserweight. We weren't really big fans of AJ. Now, I've never been high on AJ. I feel he was almost along the lines of Wilder. And you know what? These guys, Tyson and AJ, it's supposed to be the biggest fight. Salute. Yes, Cloudy. It's supposed to be the biggest fight in boxing, and it never happened. I know they say Canelo doesn't fight anybody. They say Crawford doesn't fight anybody. But even these guys in the UK, right? AJ, and Tyson Fury, they never fought, So I hate when they always throw Canelo under the bus. He's ducking or this. It's like, look, Fury and AJ should have fought 3 or 4 times already, right? Kane Wilder should have fought AJ. You know what I'm saying? Nightmare. The reason the hype died was because Fury dragged it out. Yeah, I heard that. This fight's been negotiated for 2 years as well. Last year, Salute BDA, they were arguing about if who was ducking who. But you know what? That's boxing, man. We already know. Fury looks in shape. You know what, man? To me, he looks, I don't know. He doesn't look good. That's my opinion, Ripper. He looks drained. I don't know. Something looks off about him. But one thing I noticed about Alexander Usyk is that he doesn't look in tip-top shape. Now, I could be wrong, but he looked a little pudgy. He looks like he's coming. So Fury's strategy is to come in lighter, and Usyk's strategy is to come in heavier, which is ironic. Earl Stevens, if Fury didn't look like that against Ngannou and Usyk didn't go down with the body punch, I would have bought it. They over marinated. That's an excellent point. I'm glad you said that. And this is why I do it, man. I do it to talk to the fans, to talk to the peoples, because I could do videos and break it down, but that's not fun, man. I want to get in here, talk some shit, hear what you guys think. But that's a great point, man. Fury, he looked awful against Ngannou, and he managed to get the win. But I mean, he got knocked down. He was like 300 pounds. He didn't train. I think he just ate and drank and just showed up. That's what it looked at. And then Alexander Usyk, I mean, we all seen him. Now people are arguing about it, but look, you like we seen that Haney ass beat, and even if they give him his O back, we seen the ass whooping, and I seen Alexander Usyk get punched in the body. Okay, was it borderline? Yes, but it was borderline. It wasn't necessarily high, it wasn't necessarily low, but I seen him go down, and he was out of it. And then Dubai quit. But yes, Earl Stevens, we seen what we seen. You know what I'm saying? It looks like we got some beef in the chat. Quentin Lassiter, Usyk all day. Now, you know what? Quentin, I get it, man. But I want to know, man, where did all these Usyk fans come from? Now, I know the Tyson Fury fans have been around. They're pretty fucking crazy. The AJ's got a lot of fans. I mean, Alexander Usyk was undisputed maybe like 6-7 years ago, and all of a sudden he just got all these crazy fans. Like they've been a fan of his since day one. Now, maybe I think. Now, Quentin, he's solid. I know he knows boxing. He's probably been following boxing, but it's just out of nowhere, right? So I'm wondering, are these guys just hate Tyson Fury? Because I know Tyson Fury, like Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia now, has a lot of hate fans. They just want to see him lose, Guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to jump on, hit the link, hit the like. Nightmare, I've always picked Usyk over Fury. I get that. I'm just saying, Alexander Usyk didn't become a name for what? Maybe last year. Now, he beat AJ the first time, and I think it took a while for them to make the second fight. But in the second fight, I thought AJ looked better. Damn, why are you being a hater, fool? I have always picked Usyk over Fury. Yeah, a lot of people are picking. Most people that I have seen are picking Usyk, and it's for what Earl Stevens said. We've seen Tyson Fury look bad. Kechinga, some Usyk fans are Crip Fury haters. They want Usyk to get revenge for Wilder. Oh, okay. See, this is why I do it, man. That is an excellent point. That makes a lot of sense. So some Usyk fans are Crip Fury haters, and they want Usyk to get revenge for Wilder. Okay, so let's break that down. So they feel that Ripper. Okay, salute Ripper. Welcome. Thank you for joining. What's up, homie? How do you feel about this? Are you excited? You gonna buy it? What are your thoughts?
No, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm looking forward to it. The problem I have with this fight is I think a lot of people are getting emotionally invested in this, right? Because they hate Fury so much, right? So I think they're saying a bunch of goofy shit. They're saying that Usyk's gonna stop Fury or he's gonna knock him down.
Right.
Usyk don't have that power. Usyk's too small. He's a cruiserweight. He's a cruiserweight. Fucking Fury's gonna be a fucking giant in there. He's gonna lean on him, and it looks like he's in shape. I think he's gonna beat his ass in this fight.
Okay, so you feel like everybody has just kind of jumped on this Usyk bandwagon?
Yeah, basically because they hate Fury so much, so they're like so biased. They're saying that Usyk's gonna come in there and do like a Lomachenko and then hit him with the angles and the speed and
right.
Like, nah, I think they're just being delusional. I think they're thinking too much with their emotions. They're just forgetting that every time the thing about Fury is that he steps up to his competition. If he fights, he could have an off night when he's not training, not taking it seriously. But when he's serious about a fight, he goes in there and he shows out and he performs to the level of his competition.
Yeah. Somebody made an interesting comment. They said that all these Usyk fans are Fury haters, and they want Usyk to win because it'll make Wilder look better. How does that make sense to you?
Make Wilder look better?
Yeah, they just hate Fury made a lot of enemies because he took out their king. You know what I'm saying? So
He's
they're
talking
going
about the
for
Crip
Usyk.
fan. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
talking about the Crip fan. Yeah, well, yeah, that's part of it, but another part of it is just that people don't. There's a lot of people who just hate Fury too, because of the fucking because he postpones a lot of fights and he talks a lot of shit, right? So he gets on people's
that's
nerves.
true too. Yeah, that's
It's not
true.
just it's not just the butthurt Wilder fans. It's also just the people who in general don't like Fury because like his antics or whatever. But that's the thing though. I think people are getting too emotionally like invested. They want to see him lose so bad that they're trying to convince themselves that little Usyk's gonna go in there and like put a beating on Fury when that's not gonna be the case. Like even if he does win, it's gonna be like a close decision. You know, it's not gonna be an ass whooping. If Usyk wins, I mean, it's not gonna be a one-sided beatdown. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I think that too. I think you have a lot of good points. Let me just salute Juan Rambo. Fury has a glass chin. Is that because he got knocked down by Ngannou? Fury has a trash resume. Yes, that's what they say because he only beat Deontay Wilder. Sergeant, salute. The problem is Fury robbed Ngannou. Okay, a lot of excellent points. The link is there, guys. If you want to hop on, talk your shit. Fury got dropped by an MMA fighter. Fury should have never struggled to Ngannou. What do you think about that, Ripper?
Well, Fury didn't take that fight seriously. If you saw like the weigh-in, he was all fat and out of shape. He didn't. You could tell that he didn't take that fight seriously. He thought it was gonna be a walk in the park, and it wasn't. That happens sometimes. You saw the difference between Joshua. What happens when you take the fight serious? Joshua knocked that fool out in like what 2-3 rounds. That would have been Fury if he would have taken the fight seriously. But he was like, that fool likes to snort cocaine and likes to eat cheeseburgers and shit like that. So that's why.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
fight
That's
went that
true.
way.
So who are you picking? You're picking Fury, I'm assuming then.
No, I'm picking. Yeah, I'm picking Fury. I'm picking Fury. He's probably not gonna knock him out, but he's probably gonna win the majority of rounds. He might rock Fury here and there, but I mean, he might rock Usyk here and there. But yeah, I'm expecting a wide UD for Fury.
Yeah. How about on a scale of 1 to 10? How excited are you for this fight?
Like I don't know, like an 8.
Okay, so you're excited now. Did you hear what I was saying? That like, what do you think the buzz is here on our side? Are Americans getting behind this? Is it buzzing? Is it not?
Well, the problem is that that there's no buzz because there's no American involved. There's no black fighter involved. So the
Right.
blacks are not gonna care, and the white cuck dudes are not gonna care if there's no black. So they could say, "Oh, he's doing it for America" or whatever the fuck. That's why he's not getting. And plus, the fight's not here either. It's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. So that's another reason why I know he's not getting that much coverage. I guess you could say maybe if it was in Las Vegas or New York or LA, there'd be more talk about it. They'd be on the shows like the Breakfast Club or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, but you know what I'm thinking? They don't give a fuck about that, right? They're getting paid. I think Fury is getting, how much is it? 100 million for this fight?
Shit, I didn't even know that's 100 million he's getting for this fucking fight.
Yeah, he's getting somewhere like that, 100 million.
Shit. Man. Well, I mean, if they're putting up 100 million for Fury, then maybe the Canelo Crawford fight might happen.
Well, that was the other announcement. That Turkey Ali said that let me show it. Here it is. Can you look at the thumbnail? I mean, can you look at the screen? Yeah, Turkey Ali states he's angry with the IDF for activating the mandatory on Canelo. He sends a warning: nobody, no promotion or belt organization will get in the way. He wants Canelo versus Crawford. Credit to Ariel Helwani. So yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's the only reason why the fight happens. If he's gonna offer like 100 or 200 mil, it's kind of hard to turn down that money if you're Canelo, even if you think you're gonna win that fight easy, right?
You know what? You would think that, right? But you know what's going to happen? A lot of Americans are going to, they're all against Canelo Alvarez, and they're really rooting for this Terrence Crawford guy. So they're going to say that they're already starting to say that he knocks Canelo out. Like I've seen about African American trainers get interviewed on different platforms, and they're saying that he's gonna knock Canelo Alvarez out.
That's the yeah. Maybe that would entice Canelo too. If the fucking the Crips and the Cooks keep saying that Crawford's gonna knock him out, right? He might fucking take that fight just to like be like what, and prove him wrong. The problem with this Turkey guy is that he's kind of a casual though, because he's not like he doesn't understand the weight class thing. He's trying to make Tank versus Inoue too. He said that's another.
I've seen that too. Yep.
So
I've seen that.
I think he needs to be advised by like a hardcore boxing fan or something, because he keeps trying to make these fights between guys that are not like there's a big difference in weight.
Yeah, Tank Davis, Turkey Ali wants to make Gervonta Tank Davis versus the monster Inoue at a agreeable catch weight in America. Saudi or the UK is willing to financially back both fighters within reasonable demands. And that's crazy, man. Like you said, so Canelo Crawford, like I hear what you're saying. So you said that like you're saying he must not know boxing because these are kind of fantasy fights, right? Like they don't make any sense as far as boxing goes.
They don't make any sense. He was also trying to make David Benavidez versus Crawford. He's just trying to put up the biggest names that he could see and like try to make a big event out of the two biggest names that he can think of, I guess. But I mean, the fights aren't gonna be competitive.
You know what? But I think I hear what you're saying. But let me say this: what I think it could be is that he does know boxing, like he is a fan. Now maybe not. He doesn't know fucking like like Brian Norman versus Santillan, but he knows the names, right? And he knows boxing. What if he's just like how super rich people are? Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll just pay you to fucking eat a hot dog with the hottest pepper. You know what I mean? Like he's just rolling in dough and he just wants to see what he wants to see. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care. He just wants to see it.
Well, they're used to getting everything they want because they just throw money. They do it with fucking people too. Like they fly out the fucking
those Instagram models and poop on them.
And they shit on, they shit on them.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's how they roll. They just want to see some weird shit and laugh and make just laugh at you for that you're willing to do whatever for money. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like all these models are going out there and they're locked in hotel rooms for weeks. Some scary shit, man. These guys are sickos. Now, I'm not saying Turkey Ali is, but as far as boxing, I think he's just filthy fucking rich, and he doesn't care, and he wants to see what he wants to see. Salute, Matador.
The problem is that this fool was trying to make Crawford versus Benavidez at 160. Like, if you had any idea of boxing, you would look at Benavidez and know that motherfucker's never gonna make 160 ever in his life again. Like that's not gonna happen. He could barely make 168.
Yeah, no, the Crawford Benavidez thing never made sense to me. But I think he just wanted Crawford to go up to 168. I think he was just that's my speculation. When I think about it, I don't think he realistically wanted David to come down. I think he was trying to test Crawford. That's just my speculation. Like, okay, I'm gonna see if you're really serious about Canelo Alvarez. If you follow what I'm saying, like just to see how serious these guys are, like throw bait out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did with. Go ahead.
There's another fight too. I think Vaquero's fighting at night for the 4th weight class for the WBO.
Yeah, I have it on the thumbnail. If you look at the screen, that like I said, Santillan versus Brian Norman Jr., who's a dirty ass crip. He headbutted the last guy. I think he got saved. Did you see that fight?
No, I didn't see that fight.
Yeah, he was against some like Puerto Rican guy who knocked him down, almost knocked him out, and then he headbutted the shit out of him. He cut his eye, and they ruled it a no contest. And then
I think I remember now. Yeah, there was he looked pretty bad in that fight. I think, right? The Rican dude.
Yeah, he got saved. Yeah, he got saved. I want to say Velasco it was some crazy Puerto Rican name, Benechichi, or it's some crazy shit, man. Somebody in the chat help me. These guys are hardcore, they know. But now, Statillion, he's in line for a title shot, and it looks like a crib tactic that he has to do another eliminator. He was already interim, and now he has to do another one. So I'm thinking like they want to, they might try to rob Santillion.
Yeah, I don't think this fight's going the distance. I'm pretty sure this was gonna knock this motherfucker out. He looked pretty fucking incredible in that fight versus Rocha. You beat the dog shit out of Rocha, and Rocha's a guy that he's a durable opponent. So I'm guessing he's gonna beat the dog shit out of this and get in line into that title shot.
Yeah, he's a Robert Gar.
The fight that I'm worried about is the Navarrete fight, because I think he might be too small for the lightweight.
He does, doesn't he? I mean, he beat on Valdez because Valdez is a smaller guy anyway. But at 135, did he fight Conceição at 130? Is that what he fought Conceição at? Is 135?
No, I think that was at 130.
Okay, so this is his first fight at 135?
I think so.
Yeah, and this Baranchik dude, he's pretty tough, man. He's not a walk in the park. I mean, he's got skills, as far as Eastern Europeans go. Yeah, man. I think you know what they want. They want Loma versus Navarrete. That's what they ultimately want.
That's a good ass fight, but I'm not sure if that's what they want though, because they might make Navarrete fight with that Chris name, the one that hangs out with Shakur.
Oh, Keyshawn? Oh,
yeah, they might want to make that. Yeah, I'm telling you, they might want to go all that way, especially now that they see that they're top ranks fighting with Shakur, because Shakur is out here tweeting that they're racist, and
I did see that. Yeah,
this fool is fucking retarded though, because Shakur is saying that he's a free agent, and then he gets mad that Top Rank doesn't want to promote him anymore. Like, what the fuck does he expect? Did he expect the Top Rank to give him a big ass fight like him versus Lomachenko or him versus Vaquero, so he could go away with a bigger profile?
I've seen that. Yeah, he's going on these Twitter rants. But look who he's fighting. He's fighting Artem Hovhannissian, who people say beat on that guy Frank Martin. But the guy, you're supposed to be pound for pound. That's not who you fight. But he's still getting paid well, and he's crying about it. You know how these guys move, man. He wants to pick on Lomachenko, who's an older fighter, so he can rob him, and then he feels like Navarrete is food. And we like Navarrete, but he might be, like you're saying, he might be going up a weight class. Yeah.
Yeah.
He already looks soft at 130. Yeah, he hits hard as fuck, but you can see his body. It just looks like skinny fat. Like I don't see any muscle. He's strong, but I don't. You don't see that typical, chiseled frame.
He looks exactly like Morales did at 135 at 140. They're just
yeah, that's a good point. Right. Like, I mean, they're just such good boxers, they can hang, but the weight is going to be a little too much. And Earl said Baranchik was fighting at 140. But so do you think Navarrete wins? You think he gets beat?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he loses. I'll just put it that way. I mean, I'm guessing he's the favorite. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the upset, because he's just 135 is not his weight class. He's gonna be very undersized there, I think. Like, look at his body; it's not chiseled. There's not nothing. Like, you could tell he's it's not like his optimum weight.
No, yeah, it's gonna look pretty bad if he goes in there and he struggles just because he's too much weight, and the other guy is bigger and stronger. Because he struggled against Conceição. I mean, it was a close fight. I thought he won. It was a draw, but Conceição is like really, dirty and strong. Like, he's a dirty, and he's gonna try to bully you. Do you think Navarrete won that fight?
Vaquero versus who?
Versus when he fought Conceição, his last fight.
Oh yeah, I thought he won the fight. Like, if you look at the thing that fucked him up, he wasn't very active. So Conceição was able to steal some of those rounds. But if you look at the damage that he put out, Vaquero put a beating on that dude. He dropped him down twice, and he just fucked him up from the body, from
That's
the face.
right. Yeah.
You could tell Conceição was pissing blood after that fight.
Yeah, Navarrete, he landed some brutal shots. Flute Impala, P. Diddy still on the loose. Haney wants his O back. Yeah. So have you been following the Ryan Garcia saga with his PED test? And so what do you think, Ryan's guilty or not?
No, I don't think he's guilty. Look, I think he's innocent. Didn't they almost like prove it and say that
Well, they said he failed, quote, failed two tests. Well, not even failed, just they found traces, right? Like there's a way they word it so that they're not legally liable. So they found traces of nandrolone and ostarine, and the nandrolone, it actually came back negative. So they said they found it, and then they did a third test, and then it just disappeared, which is insane. And then the ostarine, they have to do a B sample. But now there's things on the internet, I don't know if you've been following it, they're saying that it was like a nanogram, which is like a billionth of a gram. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like a millionth of a gram or some shit like that. So like all the points signed that he didn't do it. Also, I posted on the Discord a while back, one of the Haney's fighters that's in their camp, he posted some shit like, oh yeah, this shit is chess, not checkers. You need to learn how to move the pieces. Basically insinuating that they're the ones that are responsible for like Ryan testing dirty.
Yeah, it is very cryptic, I guess they say. You know, like, why would you be saying that? And his brother was on Instagram saying, I had a dream, had a vision. Allah told me Ryan popped dirty. So they're putting out all this like news. They're really trying to smear Ryan's name. And you have a lot of these crip channels and people like Rachel Donaire. She's going on, and they're all trying to act like doctors. They're trying to explain to the casual fan, right? Like how testing works and what they find.
I saw something like that. What was that about? Because I saw that Donaire or something posted a DM from Ryan's dad or some shit. What the fuck?
Well, Rachel Donaire. Yeah, Ryan's dad was on a podcast explaining the situation, and Rachel Donaire is trying to clout chase, and she gets on and starts questioning Ryan's dad. Like, well, why are you, she was asking these questions, and Ryan's dad pretty much put it in her place and said, are you a fucking doctor? Why are you telling people that my son is guilty? And she was like, well, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that it did happen. Like, she was trying to be very passive aggressive and very fake. She's like, I'm just saying it happened, Mr. Garcia. And he said, look, you fucking bitch. Like, he cussed her out, right? And then she acted all fake offended. Oh my gosh. And then, the Crips, they're all like, oh my God, Henry's tearing into her. And my point is like, well, yeah, you're accusing his son of using drugs. Because remember when it first happened, they were saying he was on coke. You remember they saying he's alcoholic, he's smoking weed, he's doing coke. And then Ryan said, look, I took the 4 tests, I never popped, I was trolling. I was making you think I was crazy. So back to Haney Garcia. Haney Garcia said, look, Rachel Donaire, are you a doctor? Are you anything? Do you have a degree that you can tell the people and are an authority? And she's like, but that's not what I'm saying. But it's like, no, bitch, like, know your place. You're speculating, but you're trying to slander my son by insinuating. And then, yeah. So it's like, all of a sudden these people become doctors and physicists, and they know what a nanogram is in relation to the results and in relation to what the New York State Commission allows, because they do, like, okay, so people are confused because they're like, well, VADA tested it. No, VADA did not test it. They're just a collection agency. Right?
I saw Shane Mosley make a tweet implying that Conte was behind Ryan failing the test.
Well, not that. Okay, so the confusion. So there's a lot of confusion. The confusion is, no, Victor Conte, it doesn't work. He's associated with them. Like, he's had dealings with him. He he consults with them. Basically, he works with them for his fighters. So when people go to Victor Conte, he sends them over to Vada, right? So it's like a payment thing, right? So when I go to Best Buy and I want an appliance, they work with who do they work with as an appliance? Like a fridge company, right?
Right.
So they sell that company. Now, if I go somewhere else, they have another company fridges they sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like a conflict of interest, no? Because like
exactly. But go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, so Ryan's mad because they're intentionally misleading people, because VADA is not the testing agency. So when people are saying VADA, he's like, no, that's not who does. They just collect the samples, and that's all they do. Then there's WADA, another agency where they send it. That's the lab where they test it, right? But they don't hand out penalties. They don't make the rules or the laws. So they just test it and they send the results to the athletic commission, and then they use their own standards to judge the results. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So even if he tested for something, go ahead.
I think that I think Ryan's gonna be left off the hook. I'm not expecting a big like a big ban, like a 2-year ban. Not even a one. They're probably, I don't know, maybe they'll sanction him like a couple of bucks and shit, and then I think that'll be it. I see Haney trying to get that O back though, and then there's been questions about him going to Tijuana and having something to do over there that he lost, and then he paid to have that.
I seen that too.
Reversed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just seems like the Haney's are real grimy motherfuckers that they do anything like to get in their favor, right? Like they might pay off some money of the commission, or like they'll go to people like the Vada people and just do anything just to stay undefeated. I think because they know that they're not a big star, and their whole appeal is him. The whole appeal around Haney was him being unbeatable, right? Like having that being his aura. Because they know that this fool is not a big name. He doesn't know how to sell himself. The only thing that they could clout chase off was him being supposed pound for pound, right? And market him that way.
Right.
But I think now with the ass whooping and the humiliation, they're like, they don't know what to do. So now they're clinging to this. Oh, he cheated. But I mean, I don't think anybody's following. Most people aren't following him for it though. They see that he just got his ass whooped. Like that had nothing to do. Ryan didn't even look his best, in my opinion, either. I thought his conditioning in the Haney fight was a little bit off, and I don't think the roids had anything to do with the win. Because if you see the fight, like he got hit with the fucking left hook, like the first couple of seconds into the fucking fight, and this is a hook that Haney was saying that was predictable and he already knew was coming and this and that. So nah, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, man, you said it, dude. You know what happened? Haney was shook. I'm not saying I called it, but I did. I said when they first met up. Do you remember? I posted the clip when Ryan sees him at like when they announced the fight. They're in Vegas and they're in some like Vegas ballroom, and they run into each other. And then Ryan's like, "I see the fear. I feel the fear." And he's like, and Haney, he looks shook to me because I think, and somebody else said it, he didn't expect Ryan to be that big. Ryan was way bigger than him.
That's the first time he fought someone his own size too. That's the thing. Haney always had the size advantage over these little guys at featherweight and super and lightweight. He would balloon up to like super middleweight on fight night. So he knew that even though the other dudes might have a little bit of power, they were not gonna keep up with him because just the size difference. But with Ryan, they're the same size. So and Ryan has the power. He has that equalizer with the left hook. And Haney was.
Yeah.
Haney doesn't have anything.
Well, I think that first punch, he didn't expect that. And what I mean by expect is he didn't expect, because you're like, don't we all say it? Even after Ryan beat Haney's ass, everybody, oh, he's a B fighter, he's a C fighter. They say he has no skills. So even us as fans were watching it. So Haney, he probably thinks the same thing, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna easily outbox this guy. And then when he gets hit, he's like, fuck, this dude just hits hard. There's no way to know how hard somebody hits until you get hit. Right?
Yeah, the speed. He was I think the speed confused him too. I didn't think he probably didn't think that the speed was as fast as it was, but it was. So that's how he was able to catch him with that hook in the first seconds of the round. And then
Yeah,
after that,
well,
he was shell shocked. Go ahead.
well, that's the thing about boxing, right? Like a lot of these Crips or Cucks, what they'll do, they'll watch like Floyd Mayweather, Julio Castillo. Do you remember that fight?
Julio?
Julio Luis Castillo.
Oh, Josue Luis. Yeah.
Jose, yeah, okay. So if you're just if you don't understand boxing or you're a Crip and you think, oh, we got more skills and we this and that, you're gonna look at Jose Luis Castillo and see, oh, he's a flat-footed Mexican. Or you look at Maidana, oh, he's a flat-footed brawler, right? He's very straight up. But they're not. What people don't ever account for is that your favorite fighter, like imagine getting in the ring with Maidana, right? Like, oh, he can't box, and you hit that motherfucker, he don't go nowhere. His fucking head is a rock, right? And then he hits you, and you can't account for like, damn, he hits hard as fuck.
Fact. I guess it's true.
You know, these Crips, they get hit and they get shook. You see their eyes get all bit bug-eyed, and they're like, holy shit, this Mexican, he hits like a brick.
Yeah, I think a lot of these Crip fighters are delusional. They thought boxing was gonna be easier than it is. Because they saw Mayweather and they thought, oh yeah, I can do that. I can hit and not get hit.
Right.
But the thing is, they're not on that level, right? So when they fight somebody their own size, they fight somebody with power, you see them go into like Shakur mode and just start running around the ring, looking ridiculous. And you see Haney get lynched up in there, and then like oh shit, like these motherfuckers can actually fight. I'm not actually Mayweather 2.0 like I thought it was. Because remember, that was the whole thing with Haney. He was running around saying he was Mayweather 2.0, this and that. But
he said that the Mayweather era was over. He was like, Mayweather's over his era. This is the Haney era, and some real crazy dumb shit.
Yeah, they bought into the hype. That's basically what it is. They bought into their own hype, and they paid their consequences when they finally fought somebody their own size.
Yeah, I mean that's why I even do some channel shit. I got a channel because I want to talk boxing, and I'll listen to a channel, I'll listen to some of these guys, and these guys just say nonsense. They literally get up in here and just lie, like what Rachel Donaire and all these Crip channels are doing. They're just literally lying, dude. They're lying, trying to slander Ryan Garcia. They're not being honest about the procedures and the protocols. You know, at first they said that offscreen wasn't allowed, period. And now they're saying that the New York State Athletic Commission actually allows up to a certain amount. So you got to be very aware of what you listen to it and who you take advice from. You know what I'm saying?
The new one that I like is that Usyk is a pound for pound fighter, and he's like, you saw the tweet that I put in on the Discord. They're saying that he's top 2 best fighter in the world now. They're moving on.
I've seen that.
They're moving on from Haney and Wilder, and now they're trying to hype up this weight bully, because that's what he is. That's what Usyk is. That fool looks like a super middleweight to me.
He does. I thought he looked like a fucking heavyweight when he stood up against Cody Crowley at a presser. Like his head was like 3 footballs. It was like 3 basketballs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these fighters are weight bullies. That dude should be fighting at 154, 160 at least. I think the same thing's gonna happen with this guy once he moves up in weight and fights somebody his own size. Because also, I'm not seeing all the skills that people are talking about now. He's not a bad fighter. He's a decent fighter, but I don't see anything special so far. I think if he was as special as people said, he would have had easier work with what was that guy that he had trouble with?
Karen Kardashian.
Yeah, the Karen dude.
Kardashian or something like that.
Like if you were that much of a beast and you have that much weight advantage, you would have got that dude out of there in like a couple of rounds, no?
Yeah. Salute Hawker. Yes, Matador. Haney tried throwing Harvey Docker under the bus. Yeah, he did. The ref was hella dirty. Hawker, these African Americans always like to fight smaller guys. Yeah, we know that. Earl Stevens and the Cuts at ESPN will have Boots on their pound for pound list after this fight. Watch. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't got a problem with it. I understand what the game is. They want to prop up American, especially African American fighters, which is fine, But we're gonna have our opinion. We're gonna have our say. So the Ryan Garcia thing, man, how do you think it turns out, Ripper? Do you think he gets found innocent? Do you think they're gonna nail him and still suspend him just for having something, and then they're gonna give Haney's O back? How do you think it eventually turns out? But hold on, one thing: like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to hop on. But go ahead, man.
No, well, if it's like a millionth of a gram, I don't think that they can crucify him off that. So I think they're gonna give him a financial like sanction and make him pay some money, and that's it. I doubt they're gonna make it a no contest. I doubt it. I mean, they might do that, but I mean, I don't think he's gonna get banned for like a year or two. Like, that would just be stupid. I don't even think Oscar would respect that anyways. If they do ban him, they'll probably take it as to Saudi Arabia or some shit, right?
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Ryan is actually over there with Turkey Ali, hanging out. So yeah, man, he's got other options. It's not just the American boxing scene. I think he's smart enough to know that okay, they're trying to crucify me, they're trying to hang me upside down, so they can give this guy his zero back. I'll just go to Saudi Arabia and fight Tank Davis again. I'm thinking maybe fight Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, and he'll be bigger than ever.
No, that's fine. He's probably exploring his options right now as we speak. That's why he's over there. And Turkey Ali guy knows that Ryan's a big star, so he's gonna they're gonna make a lot of money over there. Because they make a fight with him and just about anybody. Like, he could fight some fucking YouTuber. It'll be a big ass event over there.
Yeah, he's been calling out Conor McGregor. He's been calling out Sean O'Malley. I mean, yeah, you know what it is? You know what's crazy, man? That's a great point. He's bigger than boxing now. He's bigger than the sport of boxing.
Right. But he reminds me of 6ix9ine in his prime when he was trolling everybody and everybody was talking about him.
Oh shit, this fool brought up 6ix9ine.
That's exactly who it reminds me of, though, because every day they're talking about him. Every day something's going on with Ryan now, and like, he's the hottest thing in the world right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, with 6ix9ine, it was rainbow hair, and you had a white kid say "nigga." I think they didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, they hate Eminem. They didn't like this little. His name was Danny Hernandez, right? And he's small. He's just a rainbow haired kid. He's hanging with these African Americans, and he's saying "nigga," and I think they didn't like it. And people said that he was also an informant. I mean, allegedly, all these things are allegedly. But yeah, the way he trolled, because he was calling out a lot of the rappers, right? And they didn't like that.
Yeah, but I think that's how Ryan's rolling right now, and I think it's pretty smart because
that's a good point because you're right, man. That's why I like doing this, man. You guys give me, because imagine if the Inoue came out and was like, "Fuck these niggas," they talking shit about me. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Start sea walking and wearing a bandana and a grill, like, to mock them like they do us. Oh yeah, man. Like, he can't do that because they're respectful, but Ryan's like, okay, I know how they are. I know what they're going to say about me. Imagine if Salute Technique, imagine if Canelo did that. He should have started doing that. Like, man, fuck these dudes, always talking shit about me, stealing my fights, and they brag about it. Like, I need to start, like, sagging and wearing a grill. I'm like, that's what he should do, right?
You call him LaMelo? Would you call him LaMelo Alvarez?
Lanella Alvarez, yeah. I said if he did that, yeah, one of two things are gonna happen. They're gonna get behind him, because that's what they're doing with David Benavidez, right? They're behind him because he wears cornrows and shit like that.
All right.
Yeah, there he is. Lanello James, boxing TVE, hood superstar. But you're right, man. I think you're right. I think Ryan Garcia said he knew, like, okay, you know what, man? They're not gonna like me. They're not gonna get behind me. They already talk shit about me, so I might as well be the bad guy, like Tony Montana. Say hello to the bad guy,
Yeah, it's working out in his favor now, because now he's getting all these big paydays. He's getting all he allegedly had a bigger pay-per-view number than Canelo Alvarez, right? So he's on his way to becoming the new face of boxing, basically. Every time he fights now, it's gonna be a big event, no matter what. Even if it's like a crossover fight with the UFC, with a YouTuber, it's guaranteed to generate a whole bunch of money. So,
And at the
he's
end of
doing
the day,
his part.
at the end of the day, that's what counts, man. You know, it's all about the greenbacks. At the end of the day, no matter what they do to you or say to you, you know, money talks, bullshit walks. You know, and I was thinking about the other day, like PBC, like they've had 2 pay-per-views and they're not giving fans no fights. There's no scheduled fights that fans can turn on and watch with PBC.
Well, Rick's saying that Heyman is MIA, that his mom died, and that he's MIA, and he's not paying any people the money, that he owes Mayweather a whole bunch of millions of money, and that's why Mayweather was trying to fight in Mexico versus Victor Ortiz, but he canceled it shit for some reason. So now he's fucked, and he owes a whole bunch of money to the Saudis or something like that. So I think it's starting to look that way because there's no. What fight is up there for the PBC? It's only Tank Davis versus Frank Martin.
Okay,
And-
yeah. I know they have that fight, but I mean, as far as having a fight that
There's no fight schedule though. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, no fights that fans can just tune in for free, you know, and get their boxing, right? That's how it used to be. Like, yeah, there's gonna be pay-per-views with Showtime, but at least they gave you fights in between so that you didn't have to pay and you could get your boxing, you know, fix.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks like it might be over for them because there's no schedule coming up. It's just that one fight that Tank Martin and Benavidez versus whatever that dude's name is, and nothing else on the horizon. We're about to be in June.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean the whole year. Yeah, they didn't have a card till what was it? April. With Tim Zhu and Fundora.
Pandora.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then but they're not. You know what?
You have and then you have all these PBC fighters on that DAZN card too.
Yeah, salute Abel, Buddha Paisa crew. Hug and target the family jewels and Paula. Salute. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Then they're gonna charge you for Tank Davis. I'm not buying that. Are you gonna buy it?
Like what?
Tank Davis.
Oh no, I'm not gonna buy that shit.
Say
You
that
know,
again.
they-
Yeah. Look at this. Huh?
No, I'm not gonna buy that. I said I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, Tank Davis. And Frank Martin. Now, have you heard about this? That there's like a rehydration clause, like people are getting up in arms about.
Oh yeah, because they sent like a letter to the WBA to enforce what was a fucking weight
Yeah,
rehydration.
that's a new
right?
rule. Yeah, supposedly
They made it
it's a
up,
new
though.
rule. Yeah, I mean they just made it up for this fight. It's plainly obvious.
Yeah, and then you had LB here saying, "Hell yeah, fuck these weight bullies." Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, they have no integrity. They all of a sudden they're behind it, right? Like, oh yeah, that's great. Rehydration clause. That's how they should do it. No more weight bullies. Like, come on,
Well,
man.
that's
I
funny.
mean,
That's funny that he says that though, because he's the same one that wants Inoue versus Tank.
say that again.
I'm saying it's funny that Ellerby's the one who said that when he's the one who's pushing for Inoue versus Tank.
Yeah, he was the one. Yeah, they're saying that. Well, I don't know if they're pushing for it because I don't think they want that fight. I think it's a scary fight for them. I think they just don't like Inoue, so they're just saying it to talk shit. But now that it could be a reality, I think they might be a little trepid. But yeah, they were saying that. I think it was just to slander Inoue. Like, look, man, I'm gonna say you got to know how they think. You know, you really got to dissect the shit that they say, that the media says, that these so-called channels or fans say. You know, they don't want to give Inoue no credit, so they're saying, oh, he should move up and fight Tank Davis. That doesn't mean Tank Davis wants to fight him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's clout chasing basically.
Yeah, but once Turkey Ali puts it out, then it's like, oh well, he has to come up to my weight, and they're gonna make every excuse in the book to not make the fight happen. Watch, they're gonna say everything they say, and they're not gonna fight at Inoue, but he will. But Tank Davis, yeah, they put all of a sudden like nobody even knew though. The only reason it came out was because Frank Martin, I guess, was on a Twitter space and had mentioned it. Now all of a sudden, they're saying, "Oh yeah, it's a new rule." Well, why didn't they when the fight was announced? Why didn't they mention it?
No, yeah, because I've heard I saw reports saying that nobody else had those fucking conditions on their fight when they were fighting for the WB whatever title.
Well, it's a new rule.
Yeah, but I mean, it's obviously that it was at the behest of Tank and his team to try to get another weight rehydration in there somehow. Because they couldn't put it in the contract because he already signed the fight, right? So the way they go about it is they go through the WBA to make them do their dirty work.
Oh yeah, no, that's plainly clear to see. I mean, the problem is there's no way to prove it. Like, it could be an NDA. Like Regis Prograis was saying that when he fought Haney, he said it was like an NDA. He wasn't allowed to talk about there was a rehydration clause, even though Haney didn't have one.
Right.
Salute Amok, salute OG Blaze. Guys, gotta hit the like button, hit the link if you want to drop on and cook. The rehydration. Now, if Canelo Alvarez did this, with David Benavidez, they would crucify him.
Well, yeah, they'd be chimping out, and all the writers, the fucking boxing cooks would be calling them out and saying it's a disgrace to boxing. But they have their favorites. The Crip American fighters can never do wrong with the American writers. Like they'll never call them out that much. Like they could literally run into a pregnant lady and have her have problems, and they won't bring it up. They won't bring it up. Or you got Charlo beating up a waitress, they're never gonna bring it up. You just smacking a woman, and then when Valdez brings it up, they'll shut him up and they'll cut that part out of the interview off.
Right, and we're already seeing it with the crucifixion of Ryan Garcia. How they're trying to set him up, hang him out to dry because their fighter lost. And you know what they always say, like with the Inoue Tank thing, what they try to say is like, why are you getting behind a Japanese? Like Tank Davis is American. But we know it's not about being an American. It's because Ryan Garcia is an American and they're hanging him out to dry. So we know what time it is, man. I hate when they use that, oh, you're American, you're not going for Americans. It's like, no, bro. We're not falling for that bait. There's a loophole to the NDA. It's how you sign the contract. It's some type of lettering before you sign it. So as far as what do you mean, Amok? Well, hit the like, hit the link if you want to speak up, if you can. Yeah, I don't know. Regis Prograis, that's what he was alluding to. He said that he signed an NDA, which is interesting because you're not supposed to talk about it. But I guess after the fight, he feels like, what are they going to do to me now? That's what Haney did to him. So now, okay, yeah, no worries, Amok. As far as what Frank Martin, he can't say anything, but he's alluding to it. And then, like Ripper said, now they put it out that it's a new rule. But my question is, why didn't they mention that already? So Ripper, go ahead.
They probably did it afterwards. I'm saying because they probably signed the contract for the fight and they forgot to put it in the contract, right? So what they did is they were like, oh shit, we forgot to put the rehydrations in this fight. Let's go to the WBA and make that a new rule, so we'll have the advantage. And Frank Martin can't do shit because he already signed the fucking contract, right? Pretty underhanded tactic. I think that's what happened.
He already signed a NDA, right? Like certain things
that's
you can't talk about.
That's another thing. Why the fuck are there NDAs in boxing? What the fuck is this? This is some fucking weirdo ass faggot shit. Like NDAs are for like when celebrities are trying to keep a relationship hush or some shit. They're bringing that into boxing now.
Yeah, I mean it's a tactic. It's a tactic to like keep your because with the internet, people are going to say things. They're gonna, if they find something out, they're gonna put you on blast. Like that's just the internet, right? Like you have to be wary of things, and that's why I think Ryan Garcia, he doesn't care. He's just like, I'm gonna say whatever I want because they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna make me look bad. They're gonna say whatever they want. So, but you know what? That's the thing, man. Media is good and bad. It's like they can you can weaponize it and make people look bad, but also it can be used against you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of good and bad. But what else? We got Crawford, Canelo, Tank and Inoue fights, Benavidez versus Gvozdyk, and Fury. I'm gonna bring it back to Fury, Usyk. So you said you're going for Tyson Fury, right?
Yeah, I'm going for him.
Okay. Hit the like. I dropped the link. Let me just look at Hawker. Maybe they can just give Ryan Garcia a TUE. What? They did that when Mayweather was caught using an illegal IV. What's a TUE? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure. It's probably a slap on the wrist though, because I don't remember anything happening to Mayweather when they caught him with the IVs.
Well, yeah, they already knew about it, and then a reporter reported on it, and then he was given an exemption. Some kind of, maybe that's what he's talking about. Adari Pennant. We need a lot more heavyweights in boxing. Well, there's a lot. They're just not fighting each other. Oh, a therapeutic use exemption. Well, you know what? I guess Haney. Did you hear Haney wrote a complaint letter to the New York Athletic State Commission?
Yeah, his stupid lawyer was like making shit up and saying like, oh yeah, he was the IV and they cheated because of the weight. But the weight thing doesn't even matter because they had come to an agreement prior to that.
There it is. Yeah.
So you can't even use that as an excuse. They're just grasping at straws, trying to get that all back.
Well, I mean, what it is. It's like the media, the Crip media, cucks. They're trying to say it was a lawsuit. They were just like, oh, Haney's filing a lawsuit. No, it's not a lawsuit. It's just a complaint letter. And then they said, well, why didn't Haney put a hydration clause on Ryan Garcia when he missed weight? And the reason is because Haney was coming in bigger anyway, so they couldn't.
Yeah, that's the reason why they didn't release the weights on the fight night, because they could have released it, but they would have exposed Haney's weight to him, and Bill Haney didn't want that.
There you go. So they always try to use these little underhanded tactics, but they're just so ignorant. They don't plan ahead. They just go on impulse and like, oh, I'm gonna do this, but they never planned for the counter. Like that, like they said in the complaint letter was that Ryan was using IVs, right?
Right.
But under the guidelines of the Athletic Commission in New York, you can use it before the fight. So there's a window. So when Ryan did it, it was before the window. So he was allowed to do it. And then so now that's out the window. Now that they're not talking about that anymore, they're like, oh, okay, I guess I can't talk about that anymore. You see how ignorant they are? It's like they just throw out all this shit, right? I think they just run their mouth so much, trying to throw shit against the wall, make it stick, that they're just praying,
They don't. Well, the problem is that they don't have no self-awareness. So they'll say something, and then like you'll bring it back to them to show that they're hypocrites, right? And they'll be like, "Oh no, but that was different though. That was different though.
That was different." Well, that's not what I meant though. What I meant was, it's not allowed. See, it's not allowed. They'll just double down, triple down, and you say no, but it is before the window. But he's still not supposed to be doing it. Like, oh my God, you ignorant motherfucker, man. You just can't even argue with them. That's why I don't even argue on social on the channels anymore. I just gave it up. I'm like, it's pointless to argue with people on channels or go to panels and argue because these people are ignorant.
I mean, some of them admit to that. They just want to fucking fight, like that clown Rare Breed. Like, he basically admits that he's trolling all the time.
Oh yeah, Rare thing. Yeah, he's definitely a hater ass troll. Okay, Amok, thank you. He said he sent me the video explaining about signing with the VC. Okay, Usyk for the upset, solo dolo. So do you give Usyk a chance, Ripper? Do you give him a chance?
I give him a chance. I'm just saying that I favor Fury in this fight, just the size and the experience, the skill level. It's gonna be hard for Usyk, I think. I think Fury's good at reading opponents too and knowing their weaknesses. Like he figured out how to get Wilder out of there. And the 12th round, when he got knocked down, he got back up and he started pushing Wilder back. And then he said, "Oh, that's what I need to do to beat this guy." So what he do in the second fight? He pushed forward and broke him down. So I think he knows how to read fighters, and he's gonna have the advantage going in. He's gonna impose his size on Usyk and just beat him.
So you're not buying the hype that Usyk is like this. He's like Crawford. He just walks on water. He can't be beat. He's elite, next level. You think Fury? That's what I'm seeing. Now I think Fury is okay. Alexander Usyk is very good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna shit on Tyson Fury.
No, I think that he's good. I just think some of his fans overrate him a little bit too much. I mean, yeah, he beat Joshua, but he never knocked him down. He never seriously hurt the guy. I think he did hurt him a little bit, but it was not that major. Then and Ruiz beat Joshua better than he did, right? And there was no one talk about Ruiz pound for pound, whatever. But I mean, it was
right.
Yeah, like I said. Also, he was Joshua did pretty good in the second fight, in my opinion, up until he gassed. That was his problem. He gassed towards the end of the fight and gave those rounds away.
Good point.
That fight was pretty close. If it wasn't for Joshua's stamina, he could have won that fight. So I think a lot of people get enamored by and just think that he's undefeated, so he could just beat up everyone, but that's not the case.
Right. They list his, like Crawford, they list his accolades. Oh, he's undisputed. He's this, he's that. And you know what? Okay, when I look at a boxing match, I don't look at accolades. Like, it doesn't matter. You could be 100 million belts and championships and undefeated for 22 years. Like, I don't look at that. I look at, what do I have in front of me? You know, I have Alexander Usyk, who's older. He's not 25, right? Tyson Fury is older. These guys are older. This fight took 2 years to make. Tyson Fury looked bad. I seen the boy drop Usyk. I mean, I think they're both vulnerable. Like, I'm not a fan of either guy. Are you a fan of one of the Fury or Usyk?
I like Fury, but I mean, I'm not the biggest, humongous fan, but I like him. The thing is, you brought it up. Usyk was hurt to the body. You could say it was low blow, borderline low blow, but he was hurt to the body, and other people have seen him get hurt to the body. So he's not this unbeatable guy that some of his fans, super fans, like to think he is. That he could just go in there and beat everybody up, and nobody can touch him and this and that.
There you go, exactly. Just how they think this Crawford guy is. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm a fan of Canelo, but I don't think he's unbeatable. I know a lot of people are gonna get mad, but I don't ever look at I think Crawford can win rounds against him. I can see it just because of the style. He's gonna run around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was never high on AJ. I'm not one of these people. Now you're gonna go to some channels and they're gonna say AJ's the next best thing from sliced bread. I'm like, where? When did you see that AJ was this beast? I mean, he beat an old Klitschko. Okay, it's a good win. You know. So here's how I look at boxing, man. I don't try to shit on them. So I may talk shit about Shakur and Stank and Haney. Like, Haney's good, dude. I'm gonna give him his props. He's good. I just didn't rate the Camboso win as this next level shit. Is that wrong? Is it wrong to say Haney's good?
No, you're speaking facts. The thing is, a lot of these fans overrate fighters because they like them so much, right? So they'll be like, he can beat anybody, this and that. Like, no, you have to fight the fight. That's the same thing with the Tank fans. They think they make up these hypotheticals where he comes out victorious, but
exactly. I think he's good. He's good. Yeah. He's fun to watch. I mean, he's got power. He can knock you out. It's just I don't see the win that Canelo had. If I ever have an argument with somebody about Canelo Alvarez, I say, hey, go look at those Triple G fights. Dude, people were terrified of Triple G. People were terrified of that. I seen on Twitter, his manager at the time, this guy named Tom Loeffler, look it up on Twitter. They were gonna make a middleweight tournament like they did with Hopkins and Trinidad. And all the fighters pulled out when they knew Triple G was going to be in the match.
I mean,
Dude,
yeah, that's true. That he was the number one pound for pound guy, and he was knocking everybody out when Canelo fought him. But
but all you have to
Tank
do is
the
watch the
fight.
fight. All you have to
Yeah,
do is watch the first
that's
fight.
what I'm
The
saying.
most
Though.
brutal fight I think I've ever seen was the second Canelo Alvarez Triple G fight. That's one of the most brutal, high level fights I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they were slugging, dude. You could hear the shots. I mean, it was boom, boom, and they were just exchanging, but they weren't brawling. It was just high level. I mean, some of the
Yeah,
body shots Triple G was landing was disgusting, dude.
yeah, it was like a high level chess match between two big punchers, and they were throwing bombs at each other.
I
That
mean,
was elite level stuff.
yeah, and Canelo got rocked a couple times. It was like, phew, you've seen him stumble. Nobody's ever did that to him in his life. I thought Jaime Munguia landed some hellacious shots, you know, but I've never seen Tank Davis in a fight like that. Never.
No,
We
that's the thing.
Go ahead.
That's the thing. He likes a defining win. Like you look at
And
his,
and
he hasn't
he
fought
gained.
nobody.
The one time he was in a brutal fight, he ran like a bitch. Isaac Cruz was putting hands on him, and he said, "Fuck that, I'm out of here."
And that was a guy to put like Pitbull Cruz is not even like a fucking A-level fighter or nothing. He's good, but I mean, he's not like a Golovkin in his prime. I don't know. I don't even think Pitbull would say that about himself, right?
Say that again. You kind of were muffled.
I'm saying, and that was versus like a B-level fighter and like Pitbull. That was
And
not
Pit-
even like
well, he wasn't.
a Golovkin. I'm saying that's
Right,
not
right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not a number one pound for pound guy that you can point to and say this guy was pound for pound. Right, excellent point. Well, now Isaac Cruz is getting hyped, but at the time, yeah, I think he was a late replacement. Wasn't Isaac Cruz a late replacement at the time? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
4
sure he
weeks
was.
4 weeks out.
Right, right. And then imagine if Canelo said that about Triple G the first fight, because what did Tank Davis say? They asked him, will you give him a rematch? And he was like, oh, hell no, I never want to fight that guy again. Imagine if Canelo had said that about Triple G at the end of his fight. Oh, no, I never want to fight this guy again. Like,
And they gave him a pass. Gave him a pass for that too.
oh, yeah, they said, oh, no, it's just emotional, but
He
I'm
blamed
just
his
trying to make a
hand.
point. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying he blamed his hand, and then everybody gave him excuse for that too.
Yeah, I mean, the only point I'm trying to make about is I don't ever look at any fighter as walking on water or unbeatable. I think the Madrimov guy is dangerous for Terrence Crawford. I think Frank Martin can win some rounds against Tank Davis. I mean, Benavidez. I mean, he's fighting Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk is a solid fighter. Now the only time I don't give credit is like Haney versus Cambozo. We just seen Loma destroy Cambozo, right? I seen that. I said it was gonna happen. So you can't come back and tell me that the Cambozo win for Haney was some great next level undisputed win. I'm just not gonna buy it. Oh, okay, Ripper. I lost Ripper. Salute, Ripper. Thank you for joining. Added a lot to the conversation. I appreciate it. Let's get to the chat. Sergeant, yeah, Miguel Cotto, brother Rock Canelo. He did, but I mean, Canelo was younger, wasn't as sturdy, but yeah, he did. Thank you. To Matador, yeah, the boy had Usyk rolling in the ground with that legal gut shot. Now, Matador, are you saying it wasn't or it was? It was borderline. Now, when you say borderline, does it mean illegal or does it mean legal? When you tell me borderline, I think it's a judgment call. So that's up to the ref. But that means it could have been legal. Now, was it illegal? That's what the ref said. But you can't tell me that it was a low blow because that's not how it's judged, right? Amok, Madrimov is not that good, to be honest. He's got skills. That's all I'm saying, Amok. Yes, but the 9 wins, I mean, look, man, if Canelo was fighting a guy with only 9 wins, they would hang him from the rafters. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Martin coming in all weight drained. Yeah, now I see that. That's going to be a problem. I thought he had a chance. But now they tell me there's fake rehydration. I don't know. Cambozo is 0-4 in his last 4 fights. Yes. And it just makes the Haney win look like trash. But what I'm trying to say, when I judge fights,
I tried not to be a fanboy. I'm really not. I'm really not a fan of any particular fighter. I'm not a fan of Fury, and I'm not a fan of Alexander Usyk. But guys, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. I'm dropping the link. Drop the link, hop on, join your boy. We're previewing Alexander Usyk, Fury and Usyk, and Navarrete is going to be on the card. We got that fight. How do you guys feel about Navarrete? Does he get what is it going to be, his third or fourth title? Crazy shit, man. Great boxing weekend. Joe Opataya versus Brady's on the undercard. I guess Opataya won, but got his jaw broke. He's been out for like over a year. And then you got Frank Sanchez in a good heavyweight match. It's going to be a good card, although it's 9 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. Majarov has not been anyone credible at 154. That say Ryder is above, Ryder is better than Majarov. Yes, those are excellent points, man. I hear where you're going with it. That is true, man. But you know what, man? It's the bias. It's the American bias. They want to get behind Crawford. They're never going to hate on Terrence Crawford. And that's the thing we see. He fought David Avanesian and gloves exploded. We talked about this last time I was on. And nobody blinked an eye, which is crazy. That's just crazy to me. And, if I always say Canelo because Canelo is the standard, right? Everybody's judged. For me, I judge everybody by Canelo standards. And then when anybody else fights, they're always saying Tank Davis is the face of boxing. But who are they using? Canelo Alvarez as a standard. They're saying that Crawford is the best, but who do they judge him by? By Canelo Alvarez. Crawford is their super crib. You know what's interesting, AT Shibato, anyway, thank you, salute, is that they were actually all against Crawford. People forget that they were on Errol Spence. Errol Spence was that dude. He was the man. And then, they stepped over Errol Spence's dead body to jump on the Crawford bandwagon. And now this guy takes a year and a half off, and they still got him pound for pound number one. There was an argument the last 2 weeks, Inoue, who's better, Inoue or Crawford. We've seen Inoue get dropped, so they still hold Crawford higher because Inoue looked vulnerable. But look, man, as long as you win the fight, and he knocked the guy out, he's for sure the Chitlin distributor. Salute. He's for sure the worst ever unified champ, worse than that booty scratcher Cripper fight. Oh, and Dongo or Postal. Chitlin, how about Rolly? Yes, that's a bad champ. Dex, think it will be a draw if it goes to the scorecard, and highly likely it will. Fight has a rematch clause. Yes. Thank you, Dex. Salute, Dex. Camboza vs. Ryan would be a good tune-up fight. Yeah. They've been talking shit. Ryan says he banged his wife. Then he was saying he was playing, but he showed her in his DMs. So I don't know. It remains to be seen. It would be an interesting fight. Yes. Two Matador, 2 division champ, Rolly Romero. Yes. But I'm going to go back to Dex. That's one thing I don't like about this fight, that there's a rematch clause. I think that's BS, man. And I think it was Usyk who wanted the rematch because Usyk has 3 belts. He has more to lose. But the rematch clause is bullshit because if Fury brutally knocks out Usyk, who wants to see that, man? It should be winner take all. This is not the playoffs. This is not basketball. It's not baseball. There's no series. This is the Super Bowl, right? And it's even bigger than the Super Bowl because Super Bowl, there's another season, right? They got the same teams. This should be all for all the marbles, man. And if I kick your ass and I don't want to fight you again, well, fuck you. Go fuck off. Go find another opponent. Work your way back, bitch. That's how it should be, man. When I buy a fight, I want to think it's for everything. Earl Stevens, don't never badmouth Crawford even after he played the race part against Aaron and Canelo. Yeah, he did say some, it's all their fault. They don't want to see a brother win. And he gets a pass. Yeah, man. And you know what, man? What I do on this channel, Frank Bay, salute to everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hop on. I've been dropping the link. Is try to give you both sides, give you both sides and then give you my opinion. Amok, the problem with winner takes all is that boxing is one of the most corrupt sports there is. Okay, see, this is why I like to do it, man. You're right, Amok. See, I'm running my mouth, but Amok makes a good point. That's a hell of a point, Amok. That is, but how about this? Announce it after the fight. It's like if I go into a movie theater, I buy a ticket, and I'm watching a horror movie. I don't want to know there's a part 2 because it kind of ruins it that I know that nobody dies. It's kind of like a haha got you moment. But if I watch a movie, I thought it was great, and then in a year I see, oh, part two, I'm gonna get excited, right? It's like, like when they tell you, like, I guess people are Marvel fans and they say, oh, it's the end, right? The guy got all the Infinity Stones, and you're excited because it's the end. And then a year later they say, oh no, somebody survived, so we're gonna do another franchise. I'm like, man, I feel ripped off, right? But I get it. That's an excellent point. But I think it kind of ruins the drama. Because then if it's a win-win, then it's like, oh, now I get a third fight. It's almost like I feel played, right? They did that with Crawford and Spence. They said, oh, there was an immediate rematch, right? So I kind of figured, like, bro, they're going to milk this. One of the guys is going to win controversial, and then they're going to milk it. They're going to wait. It's another tactic that boxing uses to milk its fans. And I'm a fan of boxing, but I know when I'm being milked, paused, or played. So that's why I say it. It just ruins the anticipation, I don't like open scoring. I think that's BS. Crips are saying Madrimal is an improved version of Canelo. What? That is insane. Look, the guy has 9 fights. How can that even be possible? So with Fury and Usyk, man. So here's what I'm seeing. Fury is old. He's watched. His resume is stank. His only good win is Wilder, which is all true. It is very true. Now with all as Usyk, what are they saying? They're saying he's undefeated. He beat AJ twice. He's super skilled. He was undisputed at cruiserweight. He has everybody behind him. And then other people say he got dropped at Dubois. Now look, man, this is for undisputed. It's for all the marbles. But never forget there's a rematch, right? We're FUTD. Did they say that blasphemy? As to what, Matador? That guy's a clown, man. He's a blasphemous liar. Champy, salute Frank in chat. He's a blasphemous liar. He hates Canelo, which is fine. I don't care. It makes entertaining news, gossip, and talk, right? He loves Ryan, though. I'll give him a pass because he loves Ryan Garcia. Anybody's welcome. Hit the link. Hit the like. So let's break down Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Who's the favorite? Tyson Fury is the favorite in the fight. Alexander Usyk has more belts. Claim to fame Tyson Wilder beating Fury was beating Wilder and 3 times, right? The first fight was an amazing fight between Wilder and Fury. He got knocked down, woke up from the dead. The Wilder Kings, they blamed that they had Glovegate. Wilder fired everybody. Then the second match, he was knocked out. It was the suit. He was drugged. And the third fight, Fury stamped it and basically almost killed him. Remember, Fury was licking blood. It was crazy, right? Then what does Fury do? He just kind of takes a break. He's been admitted wanting to off himself, doing drugs. He's admitted these things, had, mental health problems. The guy's just crazy. Then his dad is headbutting kids. I mean, the Furies are off the chain. I mean, his name is Tyson Fury. They call themselves gypsies. They idolize Mike Tyson. I mean, his name is Tyson, right? His dad was a boxer. Really, really crazy shit. But then, after the Wilder wins, he kind of just languishes. He fights some scrubs. He has a bad cut against Otto Wallin, and he's coming off Ngannou. He looks bad. So, people, you never know what Tyson Fury to get. But me, personally, I don't love the guy. I don't hate the guy. His fans are very irritating, but that doesn't make me hate him. I think I'm a fan just because of the Wilder win. And we know, had Wilder beat Tyson Fury, he would have never gave Fury a rematch. It would have just been crazy, man. But Tyson Fury did what he was supposed to do. He proved he was the better man. Dex, gyps have a bad rep in the UK. Yes, we've talked about that. Yes, I'm well aware of that. I don't know too much. I mean, are they scammers and whatnot? But then, Wilder, they said that Fury was ducking Usyk, but the fight is happening. Do you think Canelo fights William Skull? No. Turkey Ali is saying that he doesn't want it to happen. So maybe he throws $100 million at Canelo Alvarez. And now if Canelo wants to keep the belt, he has to. So maybe he does. Maybe he fights him in September, and then he fights Crawford in December to build the fight. So, you got that possibility. But I don't think he does. But you never know. Man. I got Tyson Fury, my Thai style, beating Usyk's ass style. If Fury's dirty boxing doesn't succeed, there'll always be a plan B with the Contra Wilson favor and Fury. Yes, yes, yes. We all seen Tyson Fury fight. He's had some horrendous fights, very boring clutch fest with Klitschko. He likes to lean on people. You know, look, man, his biggest win was Deontay Wilder, which is a legendary win. I mean, at least in our era. Now, is it Tyson? Is it Lennox Lewis? You know, that remains to be seen. But he gets a lot of hate. You know, all I'm saying is people hate him. Now, that could cloud your judgment, just like, you know, Canelo Alvarez gets hate. Ryan Garcia is getting the hate. They're just hated fighters. People, there's favorite fighters, right? There's Crawford. There's Tank Davis. Inoue is a favorite fighter now. You know, people love Dimitri Bivol. You know, people pick and choose. Now, me, yes, I've said I'm a Canelo fan, but I really don't look at it as a fanboy. I really try not to. You know, I really try to just break down the fight as I see it. Champy, it's interesting that Turkey wants Canelo to fight Crawford over Benavidez. I wonder why he prefers that. I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Because what he said, what I seen him say is that he wants to make a new pound for pound list. He has a plan in mind that he said that he doesn't like the current rankings and systems because it makes fights not happen. So he has a plan that he's unveiling. Now, he hasn't said what it is, but he really wants to crown the #1 fighter in the world. So he has a plan to make these fights to find out who truly is pound for pound. And he says he plans to carry this into late 2025. And then after that, we don't know. It remains to be seen. But he's got his wallet ready and he's willing to make the best fights. So that's why. And nobody considers Benavidez pound for pound. So what his plan is to make Benavidez fight the winner of Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev. Now, Beterbiev and Bivol is supposed to happen, and that could have crowned a #1 pound for pound. So if David wants to be pound for pound, then he would have to fight one of those guys. So that's the reasoning. And he feels Crawford is #1 pound for pound. Well, go prove it. Because ultimately, that's what it is, right? Crawford likes to sit on his perch. I'm the best, fighting nobody. Well, if you're the best, then you need to go beat the best. Go the closest guy to you. You can't fight Inoue, right? Go fight Canelo Alvarez and prove you're the best. We don't care about the size difference, right? You know, he's actually probably bigger and taller than Canelo Alvarez. You know, Canelo Alvarez is a smaller guy. He's been fighting monsters, you know? So that's the reasoning. And we know David Benavidez is a weight bully. So it makes a lot of sense. And David, he can't make 168 anymore, right? We knew it. And how do we know? Because he's going up in weight because he doesn't want to kill himself to fight somebody for smaller money, right? And he's fighting on Tank Davis undercard. So Chitlin, crazy how most people rooting for Usyk are Will Directs. Yeah, that's what Earl mentioned earlier. I believe Archie had mentioned that. You can't even get over Gypsy King Lich and their king. Yeah, you know what, man? That's what I said, man. People have their favorites, right? Their favorites, their fanboys, and they ride with that guy, come high or dry, you know, or if they're fake fans, they step over that guy like they did Spence and they hop on the Crawford bandwagon. Or they just hate Canelo or they hate Fury, you know, so much they'll side with anybody who is a threat. Dex, at least Fury made the LBC cry. He's okay for doing that. Yeah. He'll always have that, man. No matter what happens with Fury and Usyk, Fury will always hold a special place in people's heart for beating Kane Wilder. So guys, hit the like. If you want to hop on, I'm dropping the link. Come get this smoke. Talk about who you think is going to win. Are you excited? Is this, you know, it's not for all the marbles though. That's one thing I don't really like for it. Me, I'm going to tell you my pick. I'm picking Tyson Fury because he's the bigger man, and he has skills. You know, people underestimate his skills, but the only thing is he's older. Is he gonna be, you know, fighters are not the same when they get older. But from when I'm looking at Alexander Usyk, yes, he's very skilled. He beat AJ, but I just didn't rate AJ very high. I didn't. I don't think AJ's better than Tyson Fury. The only problem I have is the rematch, because Turkey Ali said that he wants to make Tyson Fury and AJ. That's his dream fight, right? His dream fight is actually Fury versus AJ. So yeah, I think Tyson Fury could get the win if it goes to decision, because that's the fight they ultimately want to make, right? Now, Alexander Usyk, yes, he can beat Tyson Fury. I think it's going to be an uphill battle. Alexander Usyk is coming in bigger, but I don't think that Alexander Usyk can go have his way with AJ with Tyson Fury like he did AJ, right? He's going to be fighting a bigger man, leaning on him, trying to get through a jab. He's going to have, Tyson Fury is a more dangerous puncher, in my opinion, just because he has clear, crisper shots. He can move better than AJ. I'm up. I thought Skull was a Mando. Also, Skull is a decent fighter, but I wouldn't doubt it if he beats Berlanga. Wow, that's a crazy. Yeah. I mean, look, Berlanga was wearing a sombrero and a poncho to try to get a Canelo Alvarez fight, and who knows? Maybe it could still happen. Who knows, man? At this point, everything's on the table. Canelo Alvarez makes the rule. Maybe he doesn't fight Crawford because he doesn't want to be told by Turkey Ali, right? Canelo makes the rules, and nobody's gonna tell him, not Turkey Ali, not Heyman. Canelo's gonna fight who he wants to fight. Now, people hate that, and people are mad at that, but I don't think Canelo's gonna be pressured by anybody. So he could fight all those guys in the same year: Skull, Berlanga, and then Crawford, or he could go after Benavidez. I mean, at right now, everything's on the table. We don't know what's going to happen. Crawford has a fight in August anyway. Benavidez has a fight in June. So we got to kind of wait till all the chips fall. Canelo, he's supposed to fight in September usually. We don't know what he's going to do, but we're going to have to see. And the rematch for this Fury and Usyk is supposed to be in October, which I doubt. I highly doubt that the rematch happens in October. You know how these things go, man. It's gonna be controversial. Maybe Fury gets cut again, and they'll have to postpone and delay. They've already delayed this fight. So Alexander Usyk, what are his keys to victory? Well, he has to box. His way is to box, right? We've seen him vulnerable against the boy, and the boy is not very good. The boy. Some people felt he got robbed, but then he quit. Alexander Usyk ends up putting on the boy. But don't think for a second that the boy is in Tyson Fury's league. The reason people are doubting Tyson Fury is because of how he looked versus Ngannou. That's the only reason. Well, on top of that, they think he ducked, yada, et cetera, et cetera. But you know what, man? Ducking, people always say duck. Now, I think Floyd Mayweather ducked Manny Pacquiao. I mean, because that fight took 5 years to make. Now, this fight, it took 2 years to make. Look, man, in boxing, fights take time. They just do, whether because they're marinating, because there's like what we're seeing with Canelo with mandatories. Different things happen. But as long as we get the fight, we get the fight. The fight is this Saturday in the afternoon. So it looks, but Vegas has it 50-50. This is a very dangerous fight for both guys. But in the end, it really doesn't solve anything because they're gonna have a rematch. So the rematch is right there in October. So even if Tyson Fury wins or Usyk wins, it's not going to prove anything. We're going to have to wait till October, and then even then, if it's 1-1. But in the first fight, I'm going to go with Tyson Fury. Now, people get mad. It's not that I'm a Tyson Fury fan. It's not that I'm a Usyk fan. These guys are UK guys, right? A lot of people in the chat, a lot of people are not buying the fight. There's no American hype because, like Ripper said, they're not on the Breakfast Club. They're not on Good Morning America. They're not on ESPN. But it is going to be ESPN pay-per-view. But, it's two UK and Ukrainian guys, two white boys, non-Americans, not Afro-Anglos. So, it's really a hardcore thing over here in the States with us, which most of my chat is, most of my listeners from the, statistics is Americans. So, but we're hardcores, man. Anybody who's listening to me, right, is a hardcore. So I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all, on that tip. And it's a good undercard. And then at night, let's talk a little bit about Navarrete. Like Ripper was saying, another card. I think Richard Torres is on the undercard. The goofball Mexican who's dangerous. And now is Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn Davis is on the undercard. I'm not sure. And then you have Navarrete versus Baranchyk. So yes, it's going to be an uphill battle. Navarrete is going for another title in another weight class. He had a controversial fight last time. Eric, show me the money, Canelo voice. Yeah, payday. Dex, only way to remove the scrap is if one way battering. Hopefully it's a good, fair fight. May the best man win. Yes, but even then, man, you never know. there's a rematch. They want to get paid. Yes, Keyshawn is another American hype job. Yes, he is. We know that. But you know what? They're gonna try to build him up, right? Manufacture him. And in boxing, that happens. Guys get manufactured, right? It's known. We know this. We know Devin Haney was manufactured. So Navarrete Baranchyk, I'm rooting for Navarrete, right? Guy puts on great fights. He's willing to fight anybody. He doesn't marinate. He beat Valdez, right? So he's riding high. Baranchyk could upset him though. It could be other people said a weight class too high. But I'm excited because if Navarrete wins, he could have a Shakur Stevenson fight lined up. He could have a Loma fight. So, it's good for boxing, man. A Navarrete win is good for boxing, in my opinion. So we got that at night. So, man, big day of boxing, man. Really excited. How do you guys feel, man? Is everybody going to stay home, pop their beers, drinking for these fights? Are you going to buy the fight? I think it's only $60, which is good, man. The Fury, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk card is a great card, and it's on, I believe, the Zone and ESPN, and it's only $60. The Canelo fight was $90. For some people, $100. Me, I purchased it on the Zone. It was off on Prime. Now they said the numbers were like 540,000, but there's no official numbers yet. Some people are speculating it's way higher. Some people are saying Canelo can no longer sell. Okay, so we're gonna have to see for that. But Alexander Usyk is probably not gonna do too good in the States. There is a rematch, so you'll probably have to be buying it twice. But Keyshawn is a hype job. So I don't know, man. You guys haven't said who you're rooting for, who you're going for. People are saying that Usyk fans are just Fury haters because he beat their King Wilder, or they're AJ fans that want to see Fury lose. It looks like Fury has more haters than anybody in boxing. Now, Canelo Alvarez has his haters, but people give him a lot of credit. A lot of people don't give Tyson Fury credit. They say that, after he beat Vladimir Klitschko, he took all that time off. He was ducking. He fought nobodies. His only good win is King Wilder, and we know King Wilder isn't very good. So, he has a lot of haters, a lot of enemies. So there's always that. And Usyk has a lot of fans. Now, these fans came out of nowhere. He's a cruiserweight moving up to middleweight, and not only is he fighting at heavyweight as a former cruiserweight, he's fighting the biggest heavyweight that you can find with skills. So Alexander Usyk, not many. There's no haters of Alexander Usyk. The only haters would be Tyson Fury fans, and these Tyson Fury fans are very dedicated. They're very crazy. I expect a crazy atmosphere. A lot of UK fans are going to be in Saudi Arabia. You got Ryan Garcia over there. He's making noise in Saudi Arabia. You got this guy, Turkey Ali, talking about Canelo, Crawford, Inoue, Sting Davis. You got Sting Davis with rehydration clause. So, yeah, man, a lot is going on. I think hit the like, hit the link. I'm going to wrap it up here since, I think we've dissected it. I probably will be going on maybe a post-game show. We shall see if I'm able to do it. Please tune in, hit the like. So don't forget, man, not only is it Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, there will be a part 2. There should be. It's already signed. And then at night is Navarrete versus Baranchyk with the good undercard. Dex, been watching Fury for years, way before anyone in America had heard of him. If the Gypsy King shows up, he'll win by late stoppage. Yes. The biggest question is not that Tyson Fury is not good, it's which one will show up. And people, you can't blame people. The last thing they seen him was looking like a fat ass and getting knocked down by Ngannou, an MMA fighter. And that's the last people are seeing. And Usyk, they see 3 belts, former undisputed, he beat AJ. So, you can't blame people. And that's the thing of boxing, man. You can't blame people for feeling how they feel because we see with their own eyes, and Navarrete, they got question marks on him. So, we've seen Loma beat Camboso, but that was a layup. And Navarrete probably would have put Cambosos under the mat too. Loma was dancing around. It was a late stoppage. I think Nava would have beat him up, made him quit, well, they threw in the towel on Cambosos. So yeah, man, a lot of things are going on. big boxing weekend, one of the biggest of the year. But that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for joining. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, Sean Anthony, Frank, do you think speed will play a factor in the Fury Usyk? Will speed play a factor? Yes, it will, because obviously Fury is the taller, plodding man. But as far as Andler, he's looking like he's coming in heavy. Go look at the tapes. Usyk looks like he's coming in heavier, and I don't think he wants to run and dance. That's my guess. I think he's bulking up to be able to take the shots. So I don't think it's going to be a hunter catching the rabbit. I think Tyson Fury is going to try to outbox Alexander Usyk and make it close and make it go to a decision. I don't think Fury wants to exchange with Usyk. I think he wants to fight from the outside and back foot. So speed, so make Usyk follow him around the ring, right? He doesn't want to have to chase Alexander Usyk, and maybe in the back of his mind, he feels like, I can win a decision here, right? Kambosos beat a compromised Teofimo. He wasn't mentally there. You can tell the divorce was mentally getting into Teofimo. Looked like he was fighting 2 fights. Yeah, I mean, I think people have forgiven and forgot. I mean, they're always going to hold that against Teo. But after beating Josh Taylor, you know, Kambosos is done, man. If he ever decides to come back, which he probably shouldn't, he's going to be food for prospects. So, yeah, man. I don't, you know, and people saying, is Fury Usyk going to be an exciting fight? Look, man, the best Tyson Fury is a jab and grab, make it ugly, maul, and get dirty, make it dirty and ugly. That's the best Tyson Fury. I called it before the fight, if you remember. I don't remember, but I'm sure you did. Yeah, man. Teo's fighting Steve Claggett, an unknown, but we'll see, man. We'll see. The 140 is deep. A lot of players, Cruz, Matias. Maybe Devin Haney comes back against Sandor Martin. Teofimo's there. So we got to wait and see what Isaac Cruz does. Matias is fighting, I think, in June. So a lot of good shit coming up, man. A lot of good shit. Dex, correct. Fury will use distance, long jab, hold in, close coming with the short uppercuts to the body. Usyk is coming for stoppage, hence he's bulking up. Okay, so it's not just me. Yes, Usyk is bulking up, but he looks flabby. He doesn't look, you know, like muscular and ripped like he has in other fights. So, look, man, it's a 50-50 fight. Nobody can be right and nobody can be wrong. Depending on who you pick, yeah, you're going to be right. But it's a close fight. It's very close fight, 50-50 odds in Vegas. It's only minus 110 for Fury. It's actually going back and forth. Usyk has been the favorite. Now Fury is the favorite. It could swing back into Usyk being the favorite. So we're going to have to wait to see. Juan Rambo, salute. Cartel, California, deport. CCD, salute, man. Salute. Yeah, man. You know what, man? I mean, we all want an exciting fight, but who knows if it's going to be exciting. Tyson Fury has a tendency to stick the joint out. Alexander Usyk, I thought he could have took out AJ, but he knew it was dangerous, so he might not want to go for the kill. I don't think we see an all-out war we hope for. One time for Rep It, yes, Lou, what Rep It, always holding it down. So, yeah, man, hopefully we're all tuned in. However you get it, if you buy it, I don't know, man, you know, hopefully we're all locked in. I think we all will be. It's going to be in the afternoon. So there you guys have it. But I think that's going to be enough for Frank Bay. Just want to do my preview and prediction. So Fury and Navarrete for me. Santillan, hopefully he knocks out that Norman guy. Opataya should get the win. And Frank Sanchez to get the win. So those are my predictions. But yeah, man, hell of a card, man. We'll see what happens with Ryan in the test. Who Canelo chooses. Is it going to be Crawford? You know, Stank Davis and that rehydration. So he should be the favorite. But there it is, guys. Thank you. Hit the like. Tuning in, man. We, yeah, hopefully it's not a bore fest. Yeah, Tyson Fury. But yeah, man, we out.
Okay, it's time for workout number 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
¡Ah! ¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Ah! ¡Ay!
Саламатсыздармы, құрметті көрермендер. Біз сіздерді ғаламдық таеквондо үйірмесіне қатысуға
Hey guys, come with me to Wendy's Tortas.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are
Yeah, man. My bad. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank you. Ghost, Champy, Dex. Salute everybody, man. Juan, Rambo, Dex, the Mutt. Everybody in the building. Sean Anthony, salute. Hit the like. Impala, Eric Gomez. Had to get the shout outs, man. Frank B. You know, I don't like Chitlin Distributor. You know, everybody fuck with me. I fuck with you. Fuck with Sergeant, Earl Stevens, you know, Blaze. Yeah, man. You know what time it is. But all right, man. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, man. Maybe we'll do a post game. Well, the next day show. But thank you. Anyway, we're out this time. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.